Okay. And we'll wait for Paul to get ready here. Paul, can you hear us?
Yes, I apologize that I'm late. Hello, everyone.
No, we're good. It looks like
Fantastic.
we have Fatima is coming in just to, I'm sure she's just only gonna check in. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead. Welcome to Fire Up Connect. This is an amazing business networking group that we started a few years ago. And we have such a great format in really getting to establish our goals, which is, I will share you, we have 6 goals. The word fire up has meanings to us, okay? It represents our goals. The first one is, which is the letter F, it talks about the fundamentals of your services and products. So we wanted to know everything about what you do in terms of your service and product. The second is what we call introduction. So here we don't want to solicit, we want to have an effective introduction where we would be asking questions. So the first part of our meeting is actually Q&A. You get a chance to ask someone and they will have a minute or so to answer the question, and then they're going to ask someone else, okay? And then the third goal is relationship. In 1 hour, we're going to try to spark that business relationship here, because we're not here to waste our time, right? We want to make it happen for all of us. I've got Martha coming in. And then the fourth goal is what we call expertise. So expertise means is we're going to have a topic and you guys are going to give us your perspective in regards to what you think about the topic. And that's what we get to know you more. The fifth one is about understanding, which is we need to know who you are and how you involve with your community and what are your connections with other organizations, things like that. And lastly, if you're a member of this organization, we wanted to do project collaborations and find opportunities. It looks like we've got Fu, Martha. Welcome to Fire Up Connect. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our Q&A, and I've got it recorded. I'm gonna be the first one to ask the questions, and then I will be the last one to be picked. Okay, so if you're looking for some of this, don't pick me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ask. Let's see. Jennifer Atkins, are you available to be asked questions now?
Yes, and I don't know what is going on with my video.
You're sideways.
Sideways.
You're looking sideways there.
Before, so
okay, but I'll ask you anyway. Unless you wanna keep working what you're doing, and then we can ask someone else. You want to do that?
No, go ahead. You can ask me questions.
Okay, because you're gonna be on a wide screen because this is recorded, and you will be on the wide screen. So it's up to you.
Okay.
All right. So Jennifer, tell me, what is the best part of your business that you offer to people?
Well, I offer websites right now. So that's what I'm offering. I love especially startup companies and new companies, and really help them designing their brand and getting their name out there. So that's pretty much what I enjoy. I consider myself a small business that loves helping other small businesses grow.
Okay. All right. Short and sweet. Great. Thank you. Jennifer, now it's your turn to ask anybody in the group.
I jumped on late, so I'm going to ask the other Jennifer. I didn't catch what company you worked for, but I caught like what your company does.
Oh, sure. The company's name is Stairlifts Made Simple.
Okay.
So like I said, we serve, seniors, disabled people. We help veterans out. I don't know if you've seen the stair lifts that go up and down people's stairs. That's
Yes.
a big portion of what we do to help people out. But we also have a wide variety of powered chairs and different kinds of powered chairs too. One of my favorites is we have an all-terrain wheelchair where you could actually go through mud, snow, things of that nature. So our biggest thing is just trying to help people feel, active again and be able to, do it through a variety of ways, whether it be going up and down their stairs or whether it be through a different kind of wheelchair that helps them out.
Awesome.
That's great.
Thank you, Jennifer. Now, Jennifer, your turn. Who would you like to ask a question?
On my end, I only see you directly, so I don't see a list of people's names.
Oh, you don't?
I do
Okay.
not.
Well, I'm gonna have you ask Martha. So
Okay.
go ahead and ask Martha any questions. You don't know her, but go ahead.
Martha, could you just kind of explain to me maybe what the number one goal you have in your business may be?
Martha, are you
My
there?
number one goal is to help small businesses grow. I feel like a lot of mom and pops businesses, they work so hard, but they don't get anywhere. I really want to make a difference in those family businesses.
Okay.
Thank you for
Sorry, I have a puppy too.
Yeah. So Martha, who would you like to ask next? Oh, she left. Martha, are you ready for questioning somebody, or you're not available yet?
Oh, sorry. I got a little cute puppy. I will show it at the end if no one minds. Ferdinand, I don't know you, so I want to know a little bit more about your business and what do you do?
So thank you, Martha. We are Ascertain is the name of our company. We are an AI healthcare company. We're solving the problem, and you guys may have heard this statistic, that medical errors is the third leading cause of death in the US after cancer and after heart disease. So that's basically misdiagnosis and poor treatment. So we have three divisions. Our lead asset is AI depression. And we will be the first one to have a blood test for depression. It's been on the news the last couple of weeks here in Chicago. My professor who I work with developed it. And with the AI, we can also predict which antidepressant is optimal for each patient.
Awesome. That was awesome. Thank you, Ferdinand. Now, your turn. Who would you like to ask a question?
All right, Mr. David.
Hi, I'm David Grasso. I am a full-time journalist. On the side, I am an AI entrepreneur as well. So what Ferdinand just said interests me. Basically, I operate at the between basically what Jennifer was talking about, websites, social media, the integration of artificial intelligence into content creation. I run a nonprofit media company. It's an experimental portfolio that uses mostly video to reach young people and teach them about money and money management. We call it financial and cultural literacy. I started out in television reporting, originally in Spanish, and I eventually needed a job. So I started what became our brand that is called Bold TV. You can find us at Bold TV all over online, anywhere you consume social media. And we have a pretty good Google footprint going on as well.
Awesome. Ferdinand, was that your question? I couldn't hear your question.
It was the question. So thank
Okay.
you, David.
All right, perfect. All right, so David, who is your next person to ask?
We'll go with Fu since he had questions. Go ahead.
What was your question for Fu?
So Fu, what do you find the biggest challenge is in getting an online following?
Damn good question. Wow. Best, I think it's the best question I've got asked in a while. So the biggest challenge with gaining followers is, for me, it's like how to get people to see your stuff and be like, yeah, I want to follow them, even though they're not gonna follow me and stuff like that, right? Like everybody's like, oh yeah, I'll follow you, I'll follow me back and stuff, but sometimes you don't want to follow them back because they don't have great content, right? And like it's kind of like you don't want to just be following everybody either, right? Especially if you're becoming an influencer or someone important, right? So I think that's just creating loyal fans. I think it's the hardest thing, because if you want to just get on giveaways or just get bots, right? Like you can get followers, that's easy. But gaining followers that will engage and that will actually care, reshare your stuff and stuff like that's the ideal thing, and it's really hard. So yeah, I guess that's my take on that.
Okay. All right. So Fu, who's your next person to ask?
Bailey is that how you pronounce that name?
Bailey Buchanan.
Yeah, Bailey Buchanan. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So, well, I've never seen you, so I would like to ask you, what is it that you're focusing on right now? What's your main focus?
Yeah, so I mentioned a little bit about what I do, I think before you got on, so I'll mention that right now. But basically, I specialize in helping lifestyle brands create an online user experience, grow their platform, and increase sales with my branding web design process. So right now, I'm really focusing on just streamlining my process so that way my clients are getting the most out of the program and really taking feedback that they give me and trying to implement that into the process. So that way, like, I'm not wasting their time, they're not wasting my time, and it's really beneficial for both of us, and it's a true exchange. So that's really what I've been focusing on with my business right now.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bailey. Who's your next person?
Who hasn't gone? Let's see. Rob Garcia. Hi. This is my first time on here, so I don't know anyone, but I guess I could ask you, are there any areas of your business that you feel like you're struggling in or feel like you are lacking in at all?
Right now, I'm at that point where I need to delegate more and bring on a VA. Probably, I'm at the point where expansion is necessary because I'm just running too many things, and at a certain point, you start to lose efficiency. So yeah, that's the next thing, is just expanding.
All right, Dr. Rob, you're next. Who would you like to ask questions? So we don't have you have Paul still available, and I think that's it.
Okay. Paul, what's your strategy? I know you're working this property pretty intensely. What's your strategy for the next 2 weeks to have some solid movement on the property project?
That's a great question, Rob. Before I even begin with this answer, I want to say that this group right here, fantastic. I'm really getting a lot out of everyone just sharing. Seems like a very smart crowd here. Well, that's a great question, Rob. Today, actually, I got a phone call yesterday. There's two interested parties on another 10 acres that they hold a portfolio of one of their clients. I guess they're just downsizing and they want to sell, and my name came up from a company out of Colorado, and that I came as a referral. And so I'm going to be meeting with them Friday. I did my last investor webinar last week. I had an interested party. So I went ahead and emailed him my interview with the mayor. He liked it. And so I'm going to be hearing from him. So to answer your question, the next 2 weeks, I called my attorney today. I'm going to be drafting up an executive summary that I could share with any potential investors, because once again, just to be clear on this, it's not just one property. We're talking about a lot of commercial space in the Civic Center Plaza of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Paul. Now you get to ask me a question.
Well, Marie, I want to know, how did you get together? How did you get this group in particular together today?
Well, I have such a great group of people who does the campaign for me. And I also am very active in social media. I talk to almost everybody 24/7, if you can say it. I love people, so I have no problem talking. And I've been doing, the business since 2005. So I've got a lot of connections. I've got a lot of process programs in place in regards to connecting with people. And I'm glad that you're all here. I'm happy that you're all here.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I'm happy too.
Sounds good. I think we completed that. So we're gonna move on to the next part of our meeting, which is what we call the expert section. And since you guys are a lot here in digital marketing and branding and website and public relations, so there's only a couple of people that are not really more in that. But here's what I would like to talk about. I want to talk about what would you consider the next level accomplishment for your business? I wanted to hear that specifically, related to your business. So I'm going to go ahead and start with David. And David, this is going to be a 1 minute. And so you can be very narrow and very specific on how to answer the question. Okay.
So I think the whole goal of my project, since it is a nonprofit and we don't make money, is to really pioneer new ways to bring down the cost of content creation. As you all know, media is a very low margin business, and my project is more of an experiment for a much larger philanthropic portfolio. So I think the overwhelming goal is to bring down the cost of content creation. There are two elements to content creation: actually creating the content, which as of already right now, 50% of our content already has AI touch points, and we want that to take that up to 100%. And the last part of content creation is distribution. And really bringing down that cost means being sanctioned by social media networks to get free distribution so that it's not so much pay to play. So becoming a Facebook Watch brand, something similar on other networks. Those are really the two goals that I'm looking at. And both really come back to the central thesis of, since it is such a low margin business, we have to change the way we make content, whether it's video or written content, if we're going to succeed.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. We're going to move on to Jennifer. Jennifer, your turn. Jennifer with, not with the Atkins, with Jennifer iPhone.
Oh, okay. My goal is basically just to get our name out there. I mean, we are a small mom and pop shop. I mean, not a lot of people know about us. We're kind of in a small pocket of Menifee. So I'm just trying to see if anybody knows of anybody that could benefit from one of our products. Whether it be word of mouth or on Facebook or just different ways to market. That's something personally that's new for me. So I'm really just trying to, let more people know that we exist basically and just help out the community that needs it. So.
Okay, great. Thank you. Bailey, you're next.
Could you repeat the question? You kind of cut out on my end. I think I might have bad service, so I'm not sure if I got it.
The question is, what is you would consider the next level for your business in terms of accomplishment?
Accomplishment. Okay, so I guess for me, it's kind of like similar to the last question I was asked, just really like streamlining my process. So right now it's a 5-week branding process that I go through with people. And I really just want to pack as much value into that as possible. So really just getting feedback from people on the process and when they go through it, how to improve it. So that way, they're like my clients are getting the most value, and then also increase results. So like my goal is to increase their sales, and I've seen a lot of growth in my client sales, but like more so I can be like, hey, I'm tripling people's sales. That'd be a really great thing to be able to say to people if I reach that goal. So I think streamlining the process in order to see that growth more so is one of my biggest goals right now.
Okay. All right. Great to know that, Bailey. Thank you. Ferdinand, you're next.
Yeah, so our immediate goal is the company's raising capital right now. And so if you guys have any investor networks, please, warm introductions would be great. Once we get that capital raised, we can start launching our product.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ferdinand. Let's move on to Martha.
I'm a numbers person, so my numbers is this year I want 25 customers. I want to get into at least $500,000 in sales for my for Solex. I want to be able to say that I can triple someone's profits, because I've done more than that before, but I want to say that for sure I'm going to triple someone's profits, and with certainty say that I've doubled their sales. So I want to be able to say that with certainty.
Okay, thank you, Martha. Let's move on to Jennifer Adkins.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking for a way, excuse me. My goal is to really keep things in the pipeline. Doing websites, you often get so focused on completing the project that you're doing that when you do complete the project, you don't have anything in the pipeline. So I really kind of put myself last as far as marketing, which is kind of funny because I'm also a marketing person. But I really need to take the time out for me to continuously market myself and put myself out there so I can keep a good stream of projects in the pipeline for new clients. That's my goal.
Great, thank you, Jennifer. Fu, you're next.
So what's the next step for my company, right? That's like what you were asking.
Mhm.
The next step for my company is for me to gain more time. I need more time so I can spend it on more PR and more high level networking instead of working on the day-to-day like sales and prospecting. I have some help in prospecting already and it's cool. But now I'm looking to like have hand out onboarding process, making sure that the drafts are quality, making sure that the communication with the client and the writer is happening and it's effectively, and really like those like little things that I'm putting a lot of time on right now that I want to hand out so I can just spend more time on sales calls and then eventually also move out from there. So by the end of the year, I'm looking to be completely disconnected on all like low level sales, prospecting and admin task. I just want to be focusing on like high level networking sales and like making sure doers are doing, and then my employees are happy and are efficient. So and then from there, just scaling my connections.
All right, thank you, Fu. Dr. Rob?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is just making sure all my systems come together. So I have a magazine, I've got a media group I work for, and then I do press releases and business visibility. And I want to find better ways of syncing up everything so it's a little bit more cohesive when somebody comes to me and says, hey, I want to be business visible.
Okay. All right, Paul.
Yes, that was, I'm sorry, the next level of accomplishment, is that what we're still on? I apologize. I was typing over here to one of the members here. Was that it, Marie? Oh, Marie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, was that the question? The next level?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, today there was a big accomplishment here at the office. Our marketing in San Francisco is days from launching. So we're I'm very, very happy about that. And I think it's going to have a good level of success. We always hope for these things. And so that contributes to my plan for 2022 to keep this big dream here going. And so, yeah, that's, my marketing in San Francisco is doing good.
Okay, great. Now, let me ask everyone to give your comments and whatever you wanted to say based on what you just heard from everybody. Okay, so just feedback, if you can type it on chat, and we'll take 30 seconds. Okay, while you guys are working on that, we're gonna move on to the next part of our meeting. Normally, what we would do is we would do a business share, like what we can share some of our success stories or challenges and or specific goals. But I think most of you have already shared some of your specific goals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this, and what I'm gonna try and do is find opportunities and collaboration at this time, because it looks like a lot of you have some similarities in terms of what you do. And I want to challenge everybody here. If you found any ideas or opportunities at this point during the conversations that we've had, So especially for the first time visitors, I'm going to start with David again, if that's okay. David, tell me what you think in regards to what you've heard. If there's anything that you can collaborate and you found opportunities, and if you can just share that to us, that would be great.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, going back to Ferdinand, have you raised any money before? Mr. Belga?
So you were finding some opportunities with Ferdinand. Okay, Ferdinand, you
Yeah,
want
just all different levels. So just a little background about me. Before I became executive director of what I do, I interviewed thousands of entrepreneurs like all of you. So I've interviewed everyone from Mark Cuban down to someone who doesn't even have a business plan. And I hear a lot of consistently the same problems. How do I grow my brand? How do I raise money? How do I get brand recognition? And these are all really good problems to have that we're talking about this.
Okay, so you're going to be able to help Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Okay. Bailey, do you have any, did you find any opportunities or ideas?
There's a few people in here I feel like I have a really good contact with that could help them in terms of kind of keeping that lead generation, I think. So Jennifer Adkins and like maybe Martha even, a really good contact that has helped me a lot with that. And then in addition to that, Rob Garcia mentioned trying to get everything concise across all platforms. And that's something that I really help out with. So if that's something you want to talk about, I'm more than open to talk about that with you or get on a call. And then thirdly, Ferdinand, you talked about in the beginning how you have an AI company or an AI medical field company. You're in Chicago, you said, right? Okay. I have, there's somebody I know who's located in Connecticut. There was a startup I worked for maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and it was an AI driven company. And he has his own company now that does something similar in pharmaceuticals. So I don't know if that's something that maybe there's a good connection there, really personable, but really with AI and pharmaceuticals. And you mentioned it's a leading cause of deaths. And that's something that they would do with their numbers where there was a ton of drugs being stolen from hospitals that were prescribed to people and people would be taking them. So they kind of have an AI program that helps, almost like a vending machine style thing. I don't know if that's something that'd be helpful to you, but he's a really great contact and really familiar with that field as well. So.
Oh, thank you, Bailey. I take it.
Yeah, of course. You want to take all these opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Move on to Jennifer with stair lifts.
I feel like personally, my company doesn't exactly match everybody else's, but at the same time, I feel like maybe being that there's a lot of marketing people out here, that somebody might have a suggestion to get the name out there, or if there's somebody that knows of somebody that maybe would benefit from what we have, they could chime in. I wouldn't know who to pair myself with specifically, but if there's anybody that could help with that, then I'm up for listening. So
all right, well, thank you, Jennifer. We have Dr. Kristen who just joined us. Dr. Kristen, are you available?
I am. Hi.
Okay, so you missed a lot of our conversation, but Dr. Kristen is with New School of Architecture and Designs. She is, Dr. Kristen, you want to take the time to kind of just introduce yourself real quick?
So I'm the Dean of Student Engagement here at New School of Architecture and Design. I do marketing, admissions, enrollment, academics, career services. So basically I spearhead pretty much all the operational pieces here for New School.
Okay, great. So Dr. Kristen, we were just going through some of the opportunities that they heard from the group. So we're just going through that. So I'm going to move on to Jennifer Adkins.
Yes, well, I was just listening to the other Jennifer, and really a lot of people on here do marketing. I do website marketing as well as social media marketing. So everyone needs marketing. So I don't know specifically what everyone does that's on this call. I'm kind of new to this group. So I think once, I get to know everyone a little bit better, I can maybe see how, if there's any opportunity to work together. But like Jennifer was saying, I was actually just typing her a little chat about, social media marketing and opportunities possibly.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Jennifer. All right, let's move on to Ferdinand.
Sorry, got a call. So what's the question again, Marie?
Opportunities, did you find any opportunities or collaboration with the people from this group?
Yeah, I've been putting that on the chat. So anyone that needs any marketing help, especially, I think Jennifer, you said you were doing the power wheelchairs.
Yes, that's right.
And so I've been in healthcare for over 30 years. And so
Right.
I get the whole reimbursement and healthcare costs, et cetera, especially with Medicare. So I put on the chat, just ping me. And then David, yeah, I've raised money before. One of the ones I've raised money for was a potential anti-opioid addiction medicine, 2019. And one thing I've learned from raising capital is be careful who you go to bed with. And so that's why I'm being more selective on investors this time.
All right, well, thank you, Ferdinand. Okay, Dr. Rob, you're next.
What was the exact question, Marie? I'm sorry, I was typing.
All right, what are the opportunities you guys saw in
Oh,
this meeting?
gotcha.
And share what you're.
So I was typing to Jennifer because she has a really interesting product, and obviously she wants to go. I want to get on a call with her just to throw some ideas out there, because she has such a specific product that it's geared to a certain niche, and she needs to go to the right body of water where the right fish are. So I have a couple of ideas.
Okay, great. Let's go to Martha. Martha, are you there? Or is she, okay, let's move on to Paul.
Well, I can't help myself. I'm a big picture guy. So I wanted to say, first of all, to Jennifer iPhone, don't lose heart. I'd like to get on a call with you too, because I want you to know what's going on, what we're promoting here for the city of Rio Rancho. I don't know if you know much about New Mexico, but this was a huge retiree community. But not only retirees are here, but a lot of people are moving here because of the cost point of housing and just the opportunity. It's a beautiful area here, as you can see the backdrop here, right? Plus, I come from construction background, and anything that we're going to do here is new commercial development. So where we're concentrating on right now is the Civic Center Plaza, and already there we already have a state-of-the-art UNM orthopedic center that doctors, interns from all over the nation and some outside the nation internationally are wanting to come there. Why I'm saying this is UNM, Presbyterian, all these hospitals have huge footprints out here because they are getting ready to just say one more thing about Presbyterian. They're, I think, either 25 or 35 years in advance of their plan. So maybe you could come to one of our investor group webinars on Thursdays that I hold at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard, and then you could get a better idea. And plus, I think this is a great product that you have. I'd like to touch with you on that.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Mhm.
So let's move on to Martha.
First and foremost, I think I can help everyone. I'm gonna mention a few names. I love it when people are like, you know what, I'm at the point in my business to get myself together. What I do is I take your business data and I make your business grow through business strategy. If you want marketing, I use numbers, I use forecasts. I mean, when you think about numbers, you're just thinking like a spreadsheet and stuff. No, I have a master's in applied mathematics. So all this IA, I want to talk to you, Ferdinand, artificial intelligence, machine learning. I can create a forecast for you using the state of the art, what Netflix is using, what Amazon is using, all those tools. I can create programs like that. That's where my head is at. but I know business. I have 8 years of business experience. So I combine the nerdy stuff that everyone uses in the background of your technology to brainwash you, plus I know business. So I will be a power strength for your business. I understand numbers and I understand business. So if you want to get your strategy and your business going forward, I'm the person you should talk to, because I've gotten 5% to 32% profit margin increases and gotten a company all the way to 10 million in sales. And it can be happened, but it's in the numbers.
Woo! What an accomplishment. All right. That is what we're talking about. Okay, let's move on to Fu. That's hard to
So
follow.
for me, for collaboration, I think David was the first one that stood out for me. Definitely, have journalist background, talking about content, all that stuff. I'm all about it. So definitely we should connect. Hopefully you can schedule a call with me and we can have like at least 15 minutes to introduce each other. If not, 30 minutes at least, because I need to pick your brain. And then I know Bailey would like to learn a little bit more about like your process and stuff. I think that would be what you do with my PR connections could combine very well. I can even be an extension of what you do, right? If you want to pump out like the website and for lifestyle influencers and stuff, like, getting to features is great for that. So, yeah, I mean, with everybody I could collaborate here, to be honest, but yeah, those are the two that stand out. But everybody, please add me on LinkedIn and just feel free to reach out.
Yeah, by the way, Fu, I have a referral for you. Someone is interested in putting their information on Forbes. Okay, so I'll connect to you later.
All right, you told me that on text, but then we talk on the phone. You never mention it.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but I will send it to you. Dr. Rob, did I go through with you already? No, you did? Okay. All right, so it looks like we got everybody except for Dr. Kristen. Dr. Kristen, would you like to share what you would like to accomplish for your business that you can share to everybody? And maybe they can help you with whatever you need.
No, actually, I just wanted to sit and listen in on this meeting at this time. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. All right, well, so we have 20 minutes. And what I would like to do is get feedback from everyone in regards to your meeting today. I know it's a really short, but I just wanted to, because it's a lot of people and it's a lot of same categories. And one thing that I just wanted to let you know, Fire Up Connect is actually a membership site where you can be a part of, and we meet every Tuesday at 3 o'clock and Friday at 11 a.m. So we have 8 meetings all month. We have Martha, Dr. Rob, Fu, and Paul. They're official members of the group, and also Dr. Kristen. So I want to get feedback from the first-time visitors and see how what you think about the meeting so far. David, I'll start with you again.
What do I think about the meeting? I mean, I love people. I love talking to people. I love hearing from people. I think it's great to connect.
Okay, and Bailey, what about you?
Kind of the same thing. I feel like if there's not necessarily a connection now with people, maybe down the road, something can come of it. So it's really good just to kind of have those connections.
All right, and Jennifer, with iPhone.
Yeah, it was great to hear everybody's different perspectives and ideas and whatnot. So I'm glad I got to be a part of this and just hear everybody's side and what they're all about. So
yeah, and by the way, Jennifer actually is the Stairlift, who is the CEO, is John Alero. And John Alero is an official member for several years now with Fire Up Connect. So we've been trying to get them to come and join us, and finally Jennifer is stepping in for him. Okay, so let's move on to Jennifer Adkins.
Yeah, it was great being a part of this. I'm new to this. I was on one other meeting, and it's just, as a marketing person, it's great to hear from different industries and backgrounds and, what they're dealing with and what some of the goals and struggles are. So it helps me in my job, just hearing a wide range of backgrounds and industries.
Okay, thank you. Ferdinand, what about you?
Yeah, I think Fu mentioned it at the top of the hour of our call that he was impressed, and I'm also impressed with the group here. I think what's more impressive is your willingness to help one another. That impressed me the most. And, we learned that in business school about the power of the network. So, keep doing what you guys are doing. I enjoyed, and I've learned a lot this first meeting.
All right. Well, I want to go ahead and get feedback from the members because they've been, coming to our meetings, and I'm going to start with Martha. Go ahead, Martha.
You want my feedback?
Yeah, feedback for the meeting and what you think about what you can share to the first-time visitors.
I like how everyone was very open to discuss. I feel like sometimes when you're like in a big group like this, it can be intimidating. I want everyone to succeed, and I think that's one of the best things you're doing right now is opening it up to talking to people and also getting feedback from them and connecting, because this is the way you do it. You just don't sit down on your desk and wait for people to come to you.
All right, thank you. And Paul?
Ditto, this is, I think, you know what, we cannot take this for granted. Really, it's you, Marie, that has this gift that you could gather people together and make people feel like they can express, because I mean, every time I don't think I've missed a meeting, and I'm a busy man, and it's because of this that I get a lot out of this in an hour. Because look at this, I would have never met you guys if it wasn't for Marie, and I continue to meet people. And I mean, I don't want to, like David, I'm going to send you something because I really want to chat with you. I think one of the things that Martha, she's a young entrepreneur, but I think just from hearing her story, the reason why she knows business is because she comes from a family that had a business, and she graduated with this mathematical degree and said, hey, what am I doing? I got to help my family business. And she did it. And so it was like serendipity almost, you fall into something and you don't know it. So, these little blessings, these little nuggets, I really love this because it just charges me up too. So anyway.
All right. And Fu, you were even sending a message. Go ahead, Fu.
I literally just put it on the chat basically. So it's for me, to be honest, I started like going to a lot of like networking groups for a while, and that's how I discovered this one, and I dropped all of them except this one. And I've been in all kinds of groups. Like there's one more that I go, but it's different. It's not like a networking group. It's more like it's called Exponential Freedom, and it's different. And I connected with other people there. So literally the only two groups that I'm part of are these two, and they're paid groups, like all, and they're not crazy fees. So it's affordable, and I get quality people. So that's in the organization. I really like how you do like like business share or like expert, and then you change it up, and there's always like new people, and like even though like I've been doing $40,000 deals and stuff, I still coming on here because I see the value. So that's all I have to say, I guess, for now.
Thank you. Well, we have a lot of financial goals here that are coming from so many numbers, but it's good quality. Dr. Rob, your turn.
I think really it's just, like I said, the quality of the people. And I've ended up doing business with quite a few people I've met in this group, but mainly, I mean, Marie, you're the hub, you're the center point. Anytime I've done events with you, or anytime I've visited something that you have a hand in, a project, you always seem to attract like really interesting, like high functioning people.
Thank you. Just so you know, we do a lot of things here. Project-wise, we've done a lot of media platforms. And David, I think with your experience, it would be great for you to, consider being a part of our group, because we do a lot of projects. So, I myself produce radio shows, and we've done TV shows, but I would like to also learn or, make some alliances from all of you, because there's so much room for us to work together. I have so many clientele and for different purposes. So it's good to be connected and really get to know how you guys work. And, it's hard to really just say, hey, I met you today, I'm going to go do business with you, but it doesn't work that way. It is a relationship for all of you. And you need to understand that, you have to educate us also and learn that you are legit, that you are good at what you do, and that, you need to somehow let us feel like there's a level of trust that we can work with you. And so it's not a one night stand here, right? So we want to have a good relationship and make sure that we can give you a lifetime referral. And that is really the purpose of why we meet here every, twice a week. And we also have one-on-one meetings. So I would also encourage everybody to go ahead and put your information on the chat and make sure that you do your follow-up one-on-one meeting. Because, you know, again, if one person can make a difference in your business, you might as well, you know, don't ignore that. Just so you know, Paul Matamoros has a big real estate project that he is involved. There are in 95 million and up. So if you are a part of this, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to grow and to really find opportunities from the members themselves. Fu is actually starting his radio show, and he's got a guest from SAB. What is the company again, Fu?
They're called Strategic Advisor Board, and they are a conjunction of 10 successful CEOs of their own companies that they got together. They created this JV, and it's a one-stop shop for people to come in, and they get paid on results. So it's like, you know, if it's a right fit, like you have nothing to lose, and they will take money from just the profits that they make. So a pretty cool.
So it will
people.
be on kcaaradio.com. If you want to listen to him, it's Sunday at 4 p.m. He will be broadcasted on that station. And then Martha has such an incredible accomplishments, and you know, she did a presentation in our meeting, so we got to know her more and how amazing she is with her financial analysis and strategies. And for the marketing people, it will be great for you to be connected to Martha, because I think it will make your marketing program more powerful. If you're trying to you know, duplicate or triplicate the sales of your clientele, you need to have some number support, and Martha can help you with that. Dr. Rob is connected to a lot of media visibilities. He's connected to military. He is in the military, so he's got a wide you know, connection on the military side of the business, but he is also very well connected in so many media. So if you're already on media, I think, you know, working together will be good to connect with him and make sure that happens. Now, Ferdinand, we raise a lot of funding for real estate projects, and I'm not really sure. I probably need to learn more about what you do, because sometimes I might run into investors that would be more catered to your business. I actually was in the healthcare industry for 15 years also. And so, you know, you just never know. I did actually connect one of the broker to, she was looking for a medical building, and we were able to connect that project to them, and they are already buying $30 to $60 million of those buildings. And I was part of that connection. So I am very connected to real estate, fashion industry, healthcare. Those are the industries that I'm connected to. And there's a lot more members that you can actually need to meet, because they could be related to your industry. They're just not here today. That's something that you need to look forward to by attending this meeting. You're always going to meet the new people in here, and a lot of members that will open up opportunities for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions? This is a good time. We still have 9 minutes. Open up for questions regarding our group. This will be great. Go ahead.
I have a question for Bailey. Bailey, just off the subject, do you play guitar?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just like for fun though. Like I was never formally trained. I just kind of taught myself. So
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, because I love music too, and that's a component that we want to have here. And then I think you have your information here, right? I could reach out to you.
yeah, I will paste my email in
Okay.
the chat again. I think I did before, but I'll paste that in there.
I have it. I have it here.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
on
very
my
much.
website, I have a strategy call link if anyone wants to sign up for a call and
Okay.
just like chat or anything too.
Okay, fantastic.
Jennifer Adkins, do you have any questions at all? Because we don't see you on video.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Questions?
Marie, did
Yes.
the Dr. Christian Maxwell leave?
Yes, she did. She was just
Oh.
trying to listen out because she's so busy. Did you want to connect with her?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
I'll make
I'd
sure
like
I
to
connect with you. I'm
Okay.
going to give you her contact information
Thank you.
and an email so you can connect.
Okay,
with her.
fantastic.
She is
Thank you.
actually in charge of the New School of Architecture and Design here in
Yeah,
San Diego
That's
downtown.
awesome. Okay.
So she'll be a good connection.
Mhm.
Anything else? Any questions? No? You have any questions on the membership at all? If you are interested, is this something that you see yourself being a part of?
I have a question.
Okay.
What is the membership and what does it include that's different from this meeting, or is it this meeting, I guess?
So the membership is not only for this meeting, it's, it gives you access to all the 8 meetings we have every month. And it will not cost you anything. But part of it is to set you up in the group to where they get to know really who you are. So your profile is very extensive. And then we actually promote you in other organizations. I have a company called Finest Women in Real Estate. And so sometimes we would have our own TV talk shows. We've done TV talk shows, and we have a channel in Roku Network. And we would bring in some of the experts of Fire Up Connect to talk about specific topics. So, we take some of the experts of Fire Up Connect and take them to different panel discussions and get your expertise for you to educate them. So I try to get you out there. And in regards to the radio show, we would give you an interview on the radio show as a member of Fire Up Connect. And sometimes we will also work together for you to have a project with us. And so, like, for example, Fu, John, and James are now hosting a radio show of Fire Up Connect. And we just launched that last week. And so now they're running that radio show. So, and then there's so many opportunities that we can create projects here. We've done community projects. For example, we want to appreciate the veterans, military veterans. We did like turkeys for troops for Thanksgiving. We also did Halloween for Heroes, where we give pumpkins to the military families. So those are projects that we created through Fire Up Connect. Fire Up Connect also has members from the Finest Women in Real Estate. So they come in here sometimes and they get to see all of you and meet you. So that's one of the things that we will be able to do for you. And then there's a lot of branding opportunities that's attached to the membership. The membership is a one-time annual registration of $250, which is really trying to help you set up everything. And then there's a monthly fee, and the monthly fee is based on the 3 levels of membership. We have bronze, silver, and gold, and they range from $12.99 a month to $29.99 a month for gold. And the difference between the 3 is the discounts that you get for all the programs that we offer to the members. So that's really it. And there's a lot more bonuses that you will get. Sometimes I like to surprise the members and they don't know what it is. And I just like to make them smile.
Marie, one of the things, if I could chime in real quick, if you guys are thinking about becoming members, Marie and I like to get people interviews as well. So Marie and I both know a lot of media people. We know a lot of, we both have, like I have a YouTube show and I have a magazine. Marie does interviews as well. So just something to consider, that you will get interviewed and you will be seen by a bunch of people should you come on the team.
Yes. Did that help you, Bailey?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay. And again, as a marketing person with branding, I mean, you still have to brand yourself out there as, you're helping other companies to brand, their business, but you also have to brand yourself. And that's something I have established for myself. I have done massive events. And because of what I did, now a lot of the investors are coming to me, and, I'm dealing with $100 million projects because of my branding. So you have to put it in yourself in that position. If we're all working together, it's a lot faster to do that. So since we already have our extensive experiences and programs, and you already have yours, if you combine all of that with us, you're talking about real quick, success in your business. And I'm not promising that, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it is about the relationship and the collaboration that we wanted to make sure that we can support your goals. So Ferdinand, again, you're in a different industry, but you're talking about all these people with marketing programs that can help you, and they're in one place with you right now. So it's a great opportunity that you are here today. But there are more meetings that we create a lot of opportunities that even Paul is the one that has a big project here, and he comes in, he never misses a meeting because he knows what he's getting every meeting here.
May I say something too, Marie?
Yes.
I think what I really enjoy about what Marie has here, and take this to heart, Bailey, is that coming here, I've already hosted a radio show that I interviewed the mayor of this city. And that has a lot of weight, where people are asking me, can you send me that interview? And then 2, that Marie, she had the opportunity for someone to, one of her radio show hosts, to interview me. And so I'm getting some feedback from that. What I'm trying to say is that we all have to market ourselves, and this just keeps that wheel going, that this is so important to be in front of people. So, and I mean, where are you going to find this? A one-stop shop, that's what it feels like to me. So this is fantastic for me.
Yeah, and Paul, you haven't even got into Dr. Rob's media, and Dr. Rob has a lot of new programs right now, and even
Really? Yeah, and I still have to set up too with Fu as well. I mean, and Martha. So these are all connections that I know where to go once I have to make that move.
yes.
Anyway.
All right.
So one thing, last thing that I want to say is like, the main thing is like, this is every week, right? So like you can show up and like really build trust, because this is the most important part. And I like that there's always new people, but it's always like small and controlled. It's not a mess. And I go to like this breakout room and the ends up the time you can't even talk, like all that craziness. Like I experienced so many different ones, and like really like I just kept this one and another one that mainly uses like Clubhouse and it's easy to like jump in whenever I want to and keep the group chat going on like WhatsApp. So like that the building, like it's coming in all the time, seeing like some similar faces with them, you build a lot of trust. And then the other ones is like, new people that you can build relationships to. So it's a nice kind of office hour type thing, right? Like you come here and like there's some people that and some other new people. So yeah, it's cool.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we are 4 o'clock. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, definitely connect with me. You have my LinkedIn information, and you can go ahead and send. And thank you again. Have an amazing day. And don't forget, connect and save your chat, please. Bye, everybody.
It was great meeting everyone. Hang in there. Hope to see you guys again.